In the photography world, fashion and beauty models are known to be picture perfect. But I have a question for you. What does true beauty mean to you? Over 1 year ago, a sweet young lady went through a very tragic accident. And today, we have an amazing photographer and a fantastic styling team to help the world realize that the scars on her skin don't define who she really is.
Well, we were driving and the driver lost control of the vehicle, and I had just taken my seatbelt off at that point. I think it was to take a picture, and it felt like he got control of the vehicle again. And then next thing, like right after we did that sigh of relief, we were flipping. And I remember looking up and seeing my hands going towards the ceiling. Then the next thing I know, I was laying on the asphalt. And I just was kind of taking in what just happened, and then I looked down and seen my leg, and I could see the inside of my leg and that my skin and muscle was not all the way on it. My foot wasn't quite where it should have been on my leg, and I was just hurting and I couldn't get up. And I remember just thinking that at this moment I'm gonna be lucky if I make it to a hospital, but I'm gonna lose my leg. When I looked at it, at what a mess it was, that's when I knew there was an issue, and that's when I started screaming for help. And before I could even get too much of a scream out, Cameron was already there. And he was in shock, and he was seeing me on the freeway. And at this point, people had seen what was happening and was getting out of their cars to come up and help. And so he came up behind, and I could just hear him saying, "Oh my God, Kelly, oh my God." And there actually happened to be an off-duty EMT who was making the same trip as us. And she got out and helped us, and helped me, and that whole time sat there with me. And then a semi-driver was coming, and he just turned around and blocked the freeway so no more cars would come. And I was lucky enough to be life flighted to the U, where they had the care and the ability to just make it so all my limbs can work again. Obviously their knowledge in my injuries and the ability to care for them went a long ways. But it wasn't just that, it was that they did it with a heart, which a lot of places don't do that. I mean, I had nurses in there who knew I was having a bad day, and they'd paint my toenails for me. And, they just go out of their way to make you feel pretty and make you feel good. And the support they offer. Most places, if you go in, you leave, and that's that. They offer group therapy for people. And that was one of my big things for improving, was realizing that where I was at that emotional point in my development was normal and it was okay. And that was because of the group that they offered. I just feel like they do phenomenal work, and they actually care about their patients, which is not something you find very often.
Well, I'm a photographer for fun, not for a living. And I get asked about that a lot. Why are you a professional photographer? And over time, there was kind of a start and stop a lot over the last 10 years. Start to do it professionally. I'd make up price lists and I'd start shooting, and then I'd realize it made me immediately hate photography. And so I'd stop, and so now I do other stuff for a living, and now I just shoot photos for fun. I shoot fashion and beauty. A style I call whimsical fashion.
Mm-hmm. And what does that mean?
It means kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of sometimes satire, sometimes I don't know, it's anything, I don't know, it's whatever I want it to be. That's what's so great about shooting for me. I don't have to shoot for anyone else, it's whatever I want. So when I'm shooting with a team, sometimes they just show up and we just shoot, and those are sometimes the best shots. In fact, it's only been the last couple of years that I started shooting with a full styling team, pretty much when I got access to it. But now I'm kind of transitioning into just going back to my roots and just me and a model and out into the wild blue and yonder. So over the years, I've shot probably well over 100 models. Usually they're young girls, you know, between 17 and 22. And I see them kind of see themselves through somebody else's eyes, and I see them transform their confidence. That's one of the most unexpectedly rewarding things about photography. And so I thought, how great would it be? And you know, everybody is beautiful when it comes down to it. If you take a moment to appreciate anybody, I mean, we're all beautiful. We're all made of the same skin and bones, and there's beauty to be found in everyone. And so today with Kelli, talking to her, she has the same exact insecurities that everyone I work with has. Even though her circumstance is extraordinary, her insecurities are ordinary.
You know, a burn injury, whether it be from scalding water or whether it be from flame, either way you're looking at something that's very visual.
Because we have so many individuals that come and go through our system that just have amazing stories to tell.
People really think, I'll never be able to swim. I'll never be able to climb a climbing wall. I'll never be able to have friends. Who would want to be my friend? Who would want to date me when I've got these scars? Our sense of who we are is really tied up in how we look, and not in a vain way, but in just it's our identity. It's how we see ourselves. It's how we think the world sees us. And so when you walk into a room and you look different than you did, it takes some adjusting.
And I remember my mom came to my home one day, and I was sitting on the bed just bawling, and she asked me what was wrong, and I was so upset that I couldn't make my own bed, and I was sobbing hysterically. And you know, I just would sit home and just bawl because poor me, my life sucked, and nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody knew how hard this was, and nobody knew how ugly my scars were to me.
To be responsible for it in a way, it's killing your conscience. It just eats at you. But at the same time, she was always so positive and optimistic about it. I remember sitting in the emergency or in the hospital bed with her at the ICU, and she just was so wonderful to me, and just so even a smile on her face, even when Jen just knew she was going through so much pain, and just telling me, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your fault. When, how would somebody be able to say that when they're just going through that? I think it shows a lot about her character.
This is about her, and we're gonna really, we're gonna make this an awesome day for her.
It was a rough road. There was a lot of times wondering, who's gonna love me? Like, who's gonna want to be with somebody who has scars? I already have to find men who don't mind girls with curves. Now I gotta find men who like a girl with curves and scars. My friend wanted to go swimming one time, and I was like, if I go swimming, I'm gonna have to show my scars. And this was last summer. She's like, we're gonna be in a place that people aren't really that high of class, so let's just go. So I was like, okay, fine. And so we went up. But I remember a little boy was looking, and at first I was thinking that he was really disgusted by the way my legs looked. But then he came up and asked me, what happened to your legs? And it was curiosity and not disgust. And kind of thought from then on, whenever anybody looked at it that way, that, it's curiosity, just like that little boy at the lake. And that's helped me tremendously.
I got a call from Jake to style Kelli's hair. We just wanted to give her just a new look. She had a grown out color. Yeah. She had some roots done, so we just wanted to make her feel good.
How do you feel about being a part of something that's just kind of giving back to Kelli?
I feel like that was a big part of the reason that I wanted to do this project. I think that, I work with makeup every day in the salon, and it's a lot of fun, and I always feel like if there's an opportunity for me to be able to use the skills that I have to give back somehow, I think that that's the best thing that we can do. My initial impression of Kelli was just that she was a very confident woman. I mean, she's definitely not shy, and she's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And I just love that she just has this lightness about her that I think is incredible considering what she had to overcome. Well, Kelli was kind of an easy canvas to work with. She's got beautiful skin and really pretty eyes. So I feel like we just wanted to accentuate what she had going on naturally. So I just went for a really clean, dewy look on her. I kind of accentuated her cheekbones by highlighting them and using a really pretty natural blush. And then she has a really unique eye shape, so we just kind of worked with that to just add a little bit of color with her eyes, but something that she could wear every day. She's got a nice width to her eyes, and she's got a great shape to be able to work with color. She can handle kind of a lot of color on her eyes. So
Yeah.
And they're blue.
I like that I can use a lot of colors.
yeah.
So we're here with McKell, and she does all the wardrobe.
Correct.
So you actually sew
Yes.
all your stuff.
Yes, I do.
And can I put a plug, because she's probably not going to say it. She's on Project Runway. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
That's how talented she is.
I kind of had talked with Jake, and we just kind of discussed a few things, and I just really wanted to make, you know, this day amazing for her and have her be feeling beautiful and, you know, just making it everything it could be. She's amazing, and so it's like we're dealt with so many things in our lives, and the way that she's handling herself, it's so inspiring, and it's so exciting to be a part of. You know, I put several things together. I want, you know, not knowing totally her personality, so I did a couple things where it was a little more soft, a little more dainty, and then I did some things that are a little more edgy, a little, you know, louder, which she had told me that's more her personality. So, which for me as a designer,
Is she laughing up there?
that is what I love, and so I'm so excited to get her all dressed up and have a good time.
Nobody knew how ugly my scars were to me. And then, you know, gradually I just kind of started pushing myself a little bit more to try something new or look at something in a different way, and I became just more and more optimistic. And then before I know it, I didn't look in the mirror and see my scars. I looked in the mirror and seen me. For like the first time I looked in the mirror and didn't automatically go to my scars was when I knew I was starting to heal emotionally. You know, I'm a sincere believer that anything that happens in life happens for a reason. And I can really say that the person I was before my accident, I didn't like who I was. And it changed me in a lot of ways. I might get scared sometimes in the car, I might have some scars, but I like who I am.
So she was just going to show us some of her scars and just kind of point out where the skin grabbed. Do you want to just kind of point that out?
Yeah, right here is where my leg degloved, which means it tears away from the bone. You can see where it ripped down there. This is where they put the skin grafts on. That's where they've taken the skin, which is the worst part of the skin graft. Yeah. And then this is the side where when I landed, it killed it and it went necrotic. So you can see the skin grafts right there and more spots where they've taken skin. And then this is the road rash I got on my arm. This is the only part that was really badly destroyed from the actual road.
Mm-hmm. And you work at Build-A-Bear.
I do.
Little kids might say, "Oh, Kelli, what happened?" And so what do you tell them?
I said, well, you know, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and there was 4 of us in the car. The other 3 people had their seatbelt on, and they walked away without a scratch, but because I wasn't, I have that really bad scar on my leg, on my arm, so you should always wear your seatbelt.
I tried.
The biggest challenge today is Kelli is not probably someone who's used to getting her picture taken. And that's hard for people under normal circumstances, and this is a pretty big deal. So calming down her nerves is probably going to be the biggest challenge.
In the event that I get in a wreck again, and I'm able to kind of look back and be grateful for where I'm at now, that's close to a year and a half ago. The room keeps on getting more full of people.
No. Pressure!
Yeah.
You can do it.
There wasn't cameras everywhere.
This is an emotional day for you. I don't blame you if the sun is really bright.
Well, you're doing classic over-under beauty lighting. I have a Ellen Chrome Octa on top, and then just a small soft box underneath to kind of reduce some of the shadows.
That's simple.
Very simple.
Why do you shoot this big moment?
This is a 70 to 200 lens. About 85 millimeter lens is about the sweet spot for a beauty shot.
Yeah.
And I like the 70 to 200 just because it gives you a little bit of flexibility. You don't have to move that tripod around if I want it coming closer. Remember when you fake pose in front of a mirror? Don't lie. Everyone's done it.
When I was little, I had to stop.
Okay, see? That's exactly what we're doing right here. So pretend there's a mirror.
Okay.
And fake pose. And I want you to feel ridiculous. Like you have to feel ridiculous.
Okay.
Like I want it to be over the top. And I want you to kind of pull that and stretch out. The two things that you need to do that are, when anyone holds their body normal like this, see how this looks bigger right here? You press it out, long, yep. And when you do that, kind of pull your shoulders down, yes. So kind of long neck, yep, and stretch chin. That's all you need to do. And the second thing is, see how you're holding your lips tight? That tightens all of this, so just hard, barely, yep, just like that. Relax your face, yeah, there you go, good. Yeah, there you go, good.
I look all sexy.
You are sexy.
My newest project. It's called shootforlove.com, and it's a place where I talk about photography, not technical equipment, not anything like that, but what drives my passion, why I love photography, and why I think that love is so contagious. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I need that fuel for my own passion to create work, and I want to make other people love photography as much as I do. So we've created this website where I can hopefully do that. shootforlove.com. So like kind of put your heel up, no, that. Dude, I love it, right there, that's where we're at.
After they got me all made up and everybody was so nice, they came and put some cute clothes on me and then took these amazing pictures that when I looked at them after, I was so amazed that that was me. So it's been a very, very fun day. And it's been very good for my self-esteem, for all aspects, not just the scars. And for me, although it is like a me day, it's not a me day. Like it's kind of, I hope someone watches it and sees the show and gets something from it. But to me, it's amazing that so many people cared enough to participate in something like this. Because I don't think any of us have any idea, even if it's just one person we touch, that what a big difference it's going to make to them. And it was just really touching to me how nice everyone's been to me and just how compassionate everyone is. It's just been an amazing, surreal day. You know, Jake was amazing. I'm not a model. I had no idea what I was doing. I kept on saying, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing with my face? And you know, he was just great. He didn't get impatient with me.
Yes, there you go, perfect. Actually, look right, do look right at me. Hi Kelly, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you, Jake?
Good. Sweet, so the photo shoot was a week ago, right?
Yes.
Like a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
How'd you like it, by the way?
It was amazing. I was on cloud 9. Still am.
Still am? What was your favorite part?
Oh, all of it was awesome, but just having someone do my makeup and my hair and get the pictures done, it just made me feel beautiful. Like it just gave me like an extra boost of confidence.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I have your pictures done. We did 3 looks, so I have a retouched photo from each look. How excited are you to see them? Like,
I'm dying. I'm about to grab them from you.
You want me to show you one at a time or all at once?
Let's do one at a time. One
at a time?
Yeah.
So here you go. Here's number 1.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Wow. Holy cows. look hot.
Yes, you do. Okay, are you ready for photo number 2?
Yes.
This is the one of just your legs.
Wow, that is gorgeous. That makes me proud to look at that.
Really?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna frame that and put it up in my living room. You know, I cried a lot thinking that I was hideous and nobody was ever gonna love me, and from the support of my family telling me that I was beautiful and the support of friends like Chad, and just finally showing off my scars and going out and doing it, I became more comfortable with them, but this definitely makes me look at them in a whole new, instead of like, it's just part of my body that I'm gonna accept. I look at them as beautiful more than just
Really?
part of my body, yeah.
So we have one photo left.
Okay.
And you said this one might be your favorite? This one's my favorite too, by the way. Wow.
Whoa. Jake, that is amazing.
What's amazing about it?
It's beautiful. It's intense. Like it just like it looks very like I look very powerful, like emotionally powerful.
You keep saying the word it's. You realize that
It's hard to believe that's me.
I look very powerful.
That's me on that day of the photo shoot. That's not me.
No, that's you. You just gotta own it.
Wow, I'm gonna try to own that. I'll
Don't
tell
try,
you.
just do it.
Oh, Jake, thank you.
You're welcome. You did awesome.
You
look
guys
beautiful.
are so amazing.
You did beautiful. You did amazing.
You guys are
No,
amazing.
it's all you. Before the shoot, it wasn't on my mind. I wasn't worried about what the viewers thought. I was worried about making the experience about Kelli. But now it's done, and now that I've seen Kelli's journey from a nervous model into something that, being part of something that she can be absolutely proud of, I realized what I want the viewers to get out of this is that photographs of people that are beautiful, so many times we don't realize that that beautiful person we see is a real person with real insecurities, and every one of them I see a journey like Kelli's, where they don't think they're as pretty as everyone else thinks. They don't realize you know, how beautiful they are. And I don't think a woman needs to be beautiful to be worthwhile, but I think society makes so many girls want to be beautiful without realizing how beautiful they already are. And one of my favorite things about doing photography, it turns out, and this isn't why I started to do photography, this was just one of the bonuses, is to see a girl change her mind about themselves. And that's what I saw Kelli do in a slight bit of way. And the rest of this is Kelli's journey, how much of this confidence she retains and lets grow and nourish. And I think that the seed that was planted is gonna grow, and I think it's gonna be amazing. And I'm really excited for Kelli. So what I want the viewers to see, to get out of this, is that this journey is available to everyone. We just look at ourselves differently.
I'm hoping that some little girl or boy who's sitting at home that watches it sees that they don't have to be ashamed of something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be scars. It can be any part of their body. You know, it can be a girl who's plus size or a girl who's too skinny or a boy who's too short. Just to love who you are. Thank you. You guys have made such an amazing day for me. This is one I'm never gonna forget. Way better than my accident. Like it's gonna be a memory that will last longer than my accident. That's what I meant to say.
I don't know who you were before the accident, but the woman that I see right here is amazing.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Round of applause.
My name's Kelli and I've just been framed.
My name's Stephen Robertson and I've been framed.
I'm Jake Garn, and I am in the process of being framed. I'm not sure I've been framed quite yet. Can I be framed? I've been framed.
Kelli, you are amazing. And Jake, the photos turned out so fantastic. I'm really, truly grateful for everyone involved that helped give Kelli such a special day. Kelli, I'm so inspired by you and your strength. Thank you so much for your courage and your inspiration. Next week, Southern California. It involves a model, the ocean, and a whole lot of milk. Bring your sunscreen and Oreos.